tense night in Venezuela, where President Nicolás Maduro has been declared the winner in the country's presidential election. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says the U.S. has some serious concerns that the announced result does not reflect the will of the people in Venezuela.
Yo, Gossip Fam, we've got some explosive news today. President Nicolás Maduro has won Venezuela's presidential election amidst claims of fraud and widespread controversy. Let's dive into all the details and reactions surrounding this dramatic event. Today, we're breaking down the contentious election in Venezuela, where President Nicolás Maduro was declared the winner. This story is packed with drama, allegations of fraud, and international reactions. We'll break down everything you need to know. I've got all the exclusive details about the election results, the opposition's claims, and the global reactions. Stick around to find out more about what happened and how this incident is unfolding. What were the official results and opposition's claims? Imagine a high-stakes election with accusations flying left and right. The National Electoral Council announced that with 80% of ballots counted, Maduro had 51% of the vote, while his main rival Edmundo Gonzalez had 44%. The opposition, however, claims Gonzalez won with 70%. And insists he is the rightful president-elect. Venezuela's President Nicolás Maduro, on July 29th, won re-election for a third six-year term with 51.2% of the votes cast, according to the Electoral Council. The campaign was, however, marred by allegations of opposition, intimidation, and fears of fraud. Elvis Amoroso, president of the CNE electoral body, reported that 44.2% of the vote went to opposition candidate Edmundo González Urrutia, who had been leading in the polls prior to the election.
Hoy 29 de julio nos convoca el acto de proclamación del presidente de la República Bolivariana de Venezuela, electo por la voluntad del pueblo soberano, ciudadano Nicolás Maduro Moro, conforme a las disposiciones constitucionales y legales que rigen los procesos electorales.
Venezuela's opposition coalition has nevertheless disputed Maduro's election victory. The opposition claims its candidate, Edmundo González Urrutia, actually won 70% of the vote, not the 44% reported. Opposition leader Maria Corina Machado stated, "We want to let Venezuela and the world know that Edmundo González Urrutia is the new president-elect. We won." Maduro, 61, has been in office since 2013 and faces accusations of authoritarianism, including locking up critics and harassing the opposition. His presidency has been marked by a severe economic decline, with GDP dropping by 80% over a decade and leading to the emigration of over 7 million Venezuelans. And don't forget, I'll share how this controversy is impacting Venezuela's future and the international community's stance. How are people reacting to the election's outcome?
Tenemos años, 25 años luchando contra esta dictadura. Y hacemos un llamado a la comunidad internacional a que actúe. Hoy fue evidente la derrota del desgraciado dictador de Nicolás Maduro.
Think about the outrage and disbelief spreading across the globe. The opposition and many Venezuelans accuse the government of fraud, pointing to incidents where their witnesses were forced out of polling stations. International leaders, including the US and UK, expressed skepticism about the legitimacy of the results. Venezuela is in the midst of an unprecedented social and humanitarian collapse, the result of bad economic policies and political conflict that has led to food insecurity, the second largest migration crisis in the world, and regional instability. The international community has responded with pressure against the regime, coupled with support for elements of the opposition. But to date, it has been unsuccessful in bringing about a positive change. Many experts now believe that the path to redemocratization involves a lengthy negotiation process leading to free and fair presidential elections and the rebuilding of democratic institutions. It must be based on an agreement for coexistence between all political actors and include Venezuelan civil society. Many Venezuelan civic and political leaders are supportive of this course and seek to exert their influence to bring it about. International actors will also be essential players from a respectful distance and at the appropriate time.
Maduro is also facing calls from the U.S. and several neighboring countries for a full accounting of the vote.
Today, I want to tell all Venezuelans in the country and abroad, to all the Democrats of the world, we now have proof of the truth of what happened yesterday in Venezuela.
What are the broader implications of this controversial election? This isn't just about one election, it's about the future of a nation and its people. The results could lead to increased emigration, as many Venezuelans are disillusioned with 25 years of socialist rule. The international community's response might also influence Venezuela's relationships and economic future, especially considering its vast oil reserves. Now, here's my take. The allegations of fraud in Venezuela's election are deeply troubling and could have significant repercussions for the country's future. Maduro claims the electoral system was hacked by foreign terrorists, but gave no proof. The electoral authorities say they will release the entire vote count in the coming hours. The opposition accuses authorities of kicking observers out of the stations and refusing to print or transmit voting tallies. They also say that Venezuelans and the entire world know what happened. Currently, the opposing party remains determined to make sure all votes are counted. The ongoing economic crisis and political instability are pushing many to leave, and this disputed election only adds to the uncertainty. What do you think about the election results and the accusations of fraud? Let me know in the comments below. This story highlights the challenges faced by nations in political turmoil. The reactions to Venezuela's election reflect broader concerns about democracy, governance, and the future of its people. It's a harsh reality we are all witnessing. I think we should all come together and support this country. So, what do you think about the controversial election in Venezuela and the international reactions? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates from What's the Gossip. We've got more stories and updates coming your way. Stay safe out there and see you next time.